Hello and welcome to today's educational video on parachains for Polkadot and Kusama and the importance of parachains. I know I've done a dedicated video on Polkadot explaining what it's all about and also on Kusama, and I've also covered the information of parachains there, which are basically like blockchains that are customizable for Polkadot to be interoperable with native blockchains that are out there already, such as Ethereum, Neo, Ontology, EOS, etc., but also with other parachains within Polkadot. And in order to become a parachain on Polkadot or Kusama, you need to take part in the Parachain Auction, which means that people that are holding Kusama or are holding DOT coins can vote for you, the project who wants to become a parachain, right? And in order to vote for you, they actually need to lock their coins. So because we're going to have the Kusama Parachain Auction start very soon with Karura, which is a project derived from Akala Network. It's a DeFi project. I've covered Akala Network before. I haven't covered Karura because it is derived from Akala with maybe some small differences. I haven't actually looked at those small differences, but their idea of Karura is that they're going to be growing as an independent project, right? And they're going to be focusing on their own independent stuff, but also there'll be a testing ground for Akala. Which is again a full focus for Akala is DeFi on Polkadot. And that's the thing with parachains. The importance of parachains, if you want to think about it, is it actually helps not only the parent chain, in this case Kusama, because they're going to be the first to hold the parachain auctions, but then also Polkadot, right? And when I say it helps them, what do I mean by that? Well, in order for you to take part in a parachain auction, you need to lock up your Kusama, and you need to lock up that Kusama between 6 months and 2 years, because you can actually vote for various slots. There are 4 different slots that you can vote for. Each slot is worth 6 months, and if the parachain manages to bond with Polkadot's relay chain, then you actually get a certain share of the reward. Normally these projects that want to become parachains have a bunch of tokens that they want to share with the community for helping them bond. So in your case, depending on how much you are willing to lock for, say, up to 2 years, then that's how much you're going to get a share of. They're going to obviously distribute it based on the amount of people that have voted and the amount of coins or tokens that they've used to vote for the specific parachain, right? So, and again, it depends on the slots too. If you're willing to lock up for 2 years versus someone who's willing to lock up for 6 months but has more tokens than you, then you're likely going to get more in return from that parachain if they do actually bond successfully, of course. Now, the big question is, and this is a big if, is what happens if you decide to vote in a parachain auction, but then the parachain auction is unsuccessful, the parachain does not bond? So what happens to your locked Kusama or to your locked DOT then? Are they still locked? Well, that's a big question. We don't know yet. I don't think we've got that information made public to us yet. This is something that's going to happen when the parachain auctions are going to launch, or at least before they launch, maybe a couple of days before they launch. So hopefully that's going to be public info, and then I can share it on this channel as soon as we get this news. But the idea, again, with parachain auctions, because you may be asking, well, why should I take part? Well, think about it. You've been taking part in ICOs probably at some point, or in IEOs, initial exchange offerings, right? But when you're using Ethereum for IEOs or ICOs, you actually lose that Ethereum and don't see that Ethereum back, right? You get a specific token, an ERC20, but you never see your Ethereum back. Whereas with Kusama and Polkadot parachains, you will see your Kusama again, you will see your DOT again after the bonding lock period is over. So for example, if you're voting for 6 months, then after 6 months you'll get your Kusama or DOT back, or after 2 years or 1 year, depending on the period, the time frame that you're voting for. So again, that's the advantage, okay? And think of it like staking in a way. Staking without actual staking rewards, because the staking reward is the token of that parachain that you voted for. And again, you don't have to vote with everything you have, right? You don't have to get greedy about it, but think about it. I mean, you're getting a reward, and then you can sell that reward in order to get more Kusama or more DOT in order to vote for another parachain and so on. And people are probably going to do things like that, right? So just in a nutshell, that's pretty much what parachains are, and the advantage of actually taking part in a parachain auction, as I've explained earlier. So the big question is, from me to you, are you going to take part in the Parachain auctions? Drop me a comment below and let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye.